Good morning and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to touch on what is coming up for the month of June as I've laid out some tarot cards. My Mythic Tarot deck, I always use that. It's, by the way, it is a bit old now. It's around about over 20 years old, so I must say it's a very lasting deck. So I hope you're well, and I hope everything's been beautiful in your sphere of the world. I am here in Australia, so for those of you who don't know, I am in Australia, and it's getting into the cooler months, so we're coming into our winter. So if you hear a little bit of background noise, I'm sorry, I apologise, but I have a choice. I can get very cold, or I can put the heater on, have a little bit of background noise, as well as do my job. So today we're going to really have a little bit of a deep look into what's coming up for the month of June as a collective. So for some of you it might be different. For some of you, you may be at a different phase on your journey. So this is a general look all round. We'll have a look and see, but it's interesting because I lay the cards out prior to filming and looking at the cards. So if I look down, you know that I'm looking at my cards. It does show to be a month of activity and a lot of people. So you may find that June is a month where, all of a sudden you've got a lot more people in your life, around your life, communicating on some level. June seems to be, it's actually quite a together month. So it may be a month where you go, no, I'm going to just hibernate. I don't want to see the world. I don't want to know anything. But all of a sudden you've got, emails, phone calls, people connecting with you. It is a time of really thinking out of the box. So I would say to anybody watching this video, don't limit yourself is the word I would use. Just really allow yourself to just kind of like maybe explore a few different things that you may never have wanted to or never thought you would look into. So it's a time to explore what's available to you. Now that may be career-wise, that may be, personal life, that may be if you're buying property, it may be that you're, having a look at what is available out there in the property market. So this is a really great time, and maybe it is a good time to get together with other people, maybe other professionals. So for instance, if you're looking at a career change, maybe, if you're a young person leaving school and you're going into the workforce, maybe, talking to your careers advisor at school. If you're a matured person, it may be that you may be looking at venturing into something a little bit different to what you've done. It may be that you're looking at going into a business. So maybe that's when we consult an accountant, anything like that. So it's a real good time to, to allow your creativity to flow, to allow your higher self or your mind and spirit working hand in hand, ego and spirit working hand in hand to create what you want to create. It's, a lot of people here in Australia, because we've just had our election, a lot of people have just stopped. It was like, I'm not doing anything until we get some answers to who our new government will be and things like that. So what I'm saying to those people is like, okay, we know where we're at now here in Australia. So now, how are you going to move forward? Are you going to move forward in a way where you either sell a business, create a business, sell a property, buy a property, really think beyond your day-to-day, what we're going to do for the day. So it's a little bit of forward thinking is what I'm hearing very strongly. So it is a time of, really allowing your creativity, and I'm going to say your mental creativity, your mind creativity. It's a really beautiful time to allow that to blossom, but not to overwhelm you or not to stress you. That would be the better way of putting it to you. So let go of some of that stress, and this is what the cards are saying basically. It is about just forward thinking and feeling if everything feels right. Obviously I always go to the feeling aspect because when we feel, we're in touch with our spirit. So, it does look to be a very busy work month for most people. So you may find the month of June is a busy month when it comes to work. Now, that can be paid work. That can also be just work around your property or around your home. But very, very busy cycle. So all of a sudden you'll find that also we have Mercury, the planet of communication, moving forward on the 6th of June. So that is symbolic to the fact that we could all be kind of like busy. For those of you who don't understand Mercury retrograde, I'm not doing astrology on this channel, but I do tap into it every so often in respects to my videos and what's coming up. So if you don't know, maybe what I would suggest is, go to a very reliable source on YouTube or on the internet, and look up what Mercury retrograde means and what it will mean for you, because interestingly enough, for some of us it does affect us differently, but with it moving forward, and now when I look at the cards and tune in, it's like they're showing me here it really is working in correlation with what's coming up for the month of June. So you may find that you have a lot more people around you, maybe have a lot more energy, or a lot more clarity as well to where you're going. But it is a creative time, and I'm not going to say necessarily if you're creative with your hands, fantastic. But I'm not necessarily saying with your hands. It may be more using your creative mind. So thinking about where you're going, what you want to do, how you're going to structure something in your business, in your home, in your personal life. So it looks to be quite a fantastic time for new ideas, innovation, moving forward, and just clarity, So also, when it comes to matters of the heart, you may find for some of you that this is a time where love either comes together really strong, or there could be potentially new love coming in and around you. So lots of new beginnings. You may even find mid of June, that a lot of things feel like they're shifting in your life. So it may be that, yes, you started a new job, you might have been there 2 weeks, and all of a sudden, mid-June, you're feeling like, oh, now I've got it. Now I know why I'm here, or now I know how I'm going to best serve being in this, in this company or business. So don't panic is what I want to say. Let the month of June, be a settling month, but be a little bit more aware of how you can make your month a better month, or prosper more on other levels. So, and it will be a time for some people will be saying, hang on, right now, the month of June, I'm going to really start, we've got tax time coming up. I'm going to really start, putting away, or putting a little nest egg away. So I feel for some of you, it will be that you are kind of like looking at your finances and potentially looking at how you're, putting away for the future. And it does seem to be a much more calm emotionally. We'll look at the emotional side of it. It does seem to be much more of a calm month. So you may find, excuse my stuttering, you may find that, I don't know, for some unknown reason, something within you or a situation around you has kind of like settled. And by settling, it's really allowed you to kind of like feel the calmer waters within. So it is a good month to, maybe, not look for any external stresses, or not look for anything to stress about, but more using the word of resolution. So if there's things that are sitting there and need to be attended to, maybe that's the time to start looking for the solution for it, whether it be a individual thing, whether it be, paperwork, there's a lot of different things that we can sometimes understand with that. So it will be busy more towards the end of the month, and you may find for some of you the benefits come at the later part of the month of June, which is really good. Some of you may also find that sorry if I'm putting my hands down, I'm laying a few more cards as I speak to you. Some of you may find that you're in line for promotion. It could be a really beautiful month for that. And I would say to you, or even a pay rise, a promotion, because, there does seem to be the theme of the month of June, from what I can see in my cards and what I'm tuning into. It is the month where things start to move. So you may find all of a sudden, if you've been a little bit stagnant, or things around you, circumstances around you have been a little bit quiet, all of a sudden we're starting to move, you know. So the energy around us is starting to move. We're starting to move. Opportunities are opening up. Opportunities are, you know, starting to move forward. So again, when we have Mercury retrograde, the planet going reverse often slows things down. But when we look at moving forward, when it's starting to move forward, for, you know, we all start to feel that energy. You know, technology starts to flow. Emails that were lost prior to the retrograde may be found again. So you may find things just start to move, which is fantastic. You know, for some of you also, you may find that it's a time of letting go. Letting go and just kind of like allowing yourself to move forward. And it could be just situations, like I say, work situations. It could be a situation with a family member. It could be personal. So it may be that you're just learning to let go and go, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm wanting now. And, you know, letting bygones be bygones and allowing that little bit of forgiveness to come in, which is fantastic. So at the end of the month, my feeling is, for those of you who have been, and I'm going to hold the card up, who have been the hermit, not that that's a bad thing. Hermit can be good, because when we become the hermit, sometimes we really go within and we find who we are and what we need. So for those of you who have been in the hermit stage, and I understand that because I've been very much a hermit, not on here though, very much a hermit in the greater scheme of things. And, you know, I am out back into the world again, but I'm coming out in my own way and in a way that feels comfortable for me. So those of you who have been in the hermit stage, you may find towards the end of June you're more inclined to want to move forward and want to just really just be a part of things again. So it is a good time for connections, and maybe that's why at the beginning of this reading for the month, it was showing me that there will be more people around everybody. So, you know, that may not be total strangers, just for those of you who only have family around you. It may be just that you're seeing more family members, or there's more connecting happening. So I would say to you, look at the month of June as being a time of using your creative mind, resolving any things that you know need resolution. Also a time to allow yourself to open up on a heart level. So for those of you looking for love, maybe this is a time to say, okay, I'm really ready. Universe, bring that person to me. Either. I think the month of June is going to be a lot more settled for people. And I do hope that my video today has really helped you. I look forward to posting my next monthly message in June. So I look forward to seeing you then. Have a beautiful day. And remember, please subscribe and visit my website. I have plenty of different services that may be of assistance to you. Love and blessings. Namaste. And thank